Okay, today we shall discuss about the potential dividers for impulse voltage measurements. Potential or voltage dividers we use for high voltage impulse voltage measurement. AC measurements or fast rising transient voltage measurements are usually we use the either resistor or capacitive or mixed element type. Okay, potential dividers we use resistor or capacitive and maybe resistor and capacitor. The low voltage arm of the divider is usually connected to fast recording oscillograph. The low voltage arm of the divider is usually connected to fast recording oscillograph or a peak reading instrument through a delay cable. Okay, it is connected through a delay cable. It is shown in the diagram. Z1 is usually resistor or a series of resistors in case of resistance potential divider, or a single or number of capacitors in case of capacitance divider. If we use a resistance potential divider, Z1 is a resistor or series of resistors. If we use capacitance divider, then Z1 is a single or number of capacitors. Okay. It can also be combination of both resistors and capacitors. Z2 will be resistor or capacitor or an RC impedance depending upon the type of the divider. Okay, Z2 will depend upon the which we choose. Okay, which we choose the type of the divider. Each element in the divider, in case of high voltage dividers, has a self resistance or capacitance. In addition, the resistor elements have residual inductance and a terminal stray capacitance to ground and terminal to terminal capacitance. You can observe the figure Z1, Z2, okay, and it is connected through delay cable. This is the diagram of potential divider with a delay cable and oscilloscope. This is the CRO, okay, oscilloscope. The lumped circuits equivalent of a resistive element is already shown in the figure 7.8. We have read about that. Shown in series resistance, we have learned about that lumped circuits of a resistive element. A capacitance potential divider also has the same equivalent circuit. Capacitance potential divider also we have learned about that, where Cs is the capacitance of each elemental capacitor, Cg is the terminal capacitance to ground, and R will be the equivalent leakage resistance and resistance due to dielectric loss in the element. When a step or fast rising voltage is applied, okay, when a step or a fast rising voltage is applied at the high voltage terminal, the voltage developed across the Z2. When a step or fast rising voltage is applied here, okay, when we apply voltage, what happens? Voltage developed across the element Z2 will not have the true waveform as that of the applied voltage. Maybe some distortion, maybe it will increase, okay, like that. If we apply the voltage at the high voltage terminal, then the voltage will be developed across the Z2. That will not be the similar to what we apply. Okay, applied waveform may be some voltage like this. Okay, output waveform which is across the Z2 may be somewhat decrease or increase. Okay, the cable can also introduce distortion in the wave shape. The following elements mainly constitute the different errors in the measurements. These are the different errors which occur in the measurements while measuring. Okay, the residual inductance in the elements and stray capacitance occurring between the elements from section and terminals of the elements to ground and from the high voltage lead to the elements or sections. It may be residual inductance in the elements or stray capacitance. Where stray capacitance will occur, it may be between the elements or from sections and terminals of the elements to ground or from high voltage lead to the elements or sections. The impedance error due to connecting leads between the divider and the test objects. The impedance errors will occur where connecting leads between the divider and the test objects, and it will occur due to ground within leads and extraneous current in ground leads. Due to these reasons, impedance errors will occur. Parasitic oscillations due to lead and cable, inductance and capacitance of high voltage terminal to ground. Okay. The effect of residual lead inductance becomes pronounced when fast rising impulse voltage measurement of less than 1 microsecond are to be measured. The residual inductance damp and slow down the fast rising pulses. Okay, we need to slow down the fast rising pulses. Secondly, the layout of the test objects, that is impulse voltage measurements generator and the ground leads also require special attention to minimize recording errors. Okay. What we need to minimize the records, impulse voltage measurement generators and the ground leads also, it need the require special attention for to minimize the recording errors. Okay. Next topic is resistance potential divider. Okay, subtopic. A simple resistor potential divider consists of two resistors, that is R1 and R2 in series. That is R1 greater than R2. The attenuation factor of the divider or the voltage ratio is given by A is equal to V1 of t divided by V2 of t is equal to 1 plus R1 divided by R2. The divider element R2 is in practice. Okay. It is connected through coaxial cable to the oscilloscope. Okay, R2 is, one second. Okay, R2 is connected. This is the coaxial cable. Okay, this is the cable. R2 is divider element R2 in practice. It is connected through coaxial cable to the oscilloscope. You can observe in the figure, it is connected for oscilloscope. Resistance potential divider with the surge cable and oscilloscope terminations. Okay. Cable will be generally have a surge impedance, that is Z0, and this will come in parallel with the oscilloscope input impedance, that is RM CM. Okay, this is what RM CM. Okay, they have said that Z0, okay, surge impedance Z0, and this will come in parallel with the oscilloscope input impedance, that is RM CM. RM will generally be greater than 1 mega ohm. RM rating is 1 mega ohm. Okay, it is greater than 1 mega ohm. CM may be 10 to 50 picofarads. CM is maybe 10 to 50 picofarads. For high frequency and impulse voltage measurements, that is for high frequency and impulse voltage measurement, since they have also contain high frequency fundamental and also harmonics. The ratio in the frequency domain will be given by A is equal to V1 divided by V2 is equal to 1 plus R1 divided by R2 divided by 1 plus j omega R2 into Cm. This is when the for higher frequency and impulse voltage measurements. Okay, the ratio in the frequency domain. Okay, R1 divided by R2 is equal to Cm divided by C1. Then R1 C1 is equal to R2 Cm. This compensation is used for the construction of high voltage dividers and probes used with the oscilloscope. Usually probes are made with adjustable values of Cm. Okay, what is the use of adjustable values of Cm? So that we can value of Cm can be include any stray capacitance including that of a cable. Okay, what is the use of adjustable values of Cm? We can include any stray capacitance. Okay, we can include any stray capacitance including the cable. High voltage probe with a 4 nanoseconds rise time rated for 40 kV peak as a input impedance of 100 mega ohm in parallel with 2.7 picofarad. That is what they have given here. A typical high voltage probe. Okay, a high voltage probe with a 4 nanoseconds rise time rated for 40 kV peak has a input impedance of 100 mega ohm and it is connected in a parallel with 2.7 picofarad, that is capacitor. Okay, this is compensated resistance potential divider. Okay, the output waveforms of compensated divider, here it is 7.25, output of compensated resistance voltage divider for different degree of compensation. This is under decompensated, correctly compensated, that is C1 R1 is equal to C2 Rm. This is overcompensated. With the over and under compensation for a square wave input, this is RC divider when C1 is too large or overcompensated. That is first figure, first one overcompensated waveform of RC divider. Okay, RC divider when C1 is too large. Okay, that means this waveform when it is C1 is too large. And third one is, that is waveform when C1 is small or undercompensated. Okay, one third undercompensated means C1 is small value. For the exponential slope for the rising portion of the wave, the time constant tau is equal to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into C1 plus Cm. This will be too large when the value of C1 is greater than the required for correct compensation. This will be too large when the value of C1 is greater than the required for correct compensation. R1 C1 is equal to R2 Cm and hence an overshoot with an exponential decay occurs as shown in the figure. You can observe here. This okay, it will decay. Okay, for undercompensation the charging time is too high and such as exponential rise also occurs. Okay, in undercompensation charging time is too large. Okay, in undercompensation charging time and discharging time. Okay, this is the schematic circuit of a compensated oscilloscope probe. Okay, C1 R1. This total diagram is shield. Okay, what are the dotted lines is shield and this one CRO input stage. R2 and Cm is variable. Schematic circuit arrangement of a cathode ray oscilloscope voltage divider probe. Next topic is potential dividers used for high voltage impulse measurements. In a resistance potential divider, R1 and R2 are considered as resistors of small dimension in the previous section. Okay, for voltages about 100 kV, above 100 kV, then R1 is no longer small in dimension. Okay, R1 is no longer small in dimension and it is usually made of number of sections. Hence, the divider is no longer a small resistor or lumped parameters. Lumped parameters means you already read the AEC subject. Okay, what is the lumped parameters? Many elements, many parameters, maybe resistance, capacitance, many. If you take many resistance that we call connected, it may be connected in series or parallel, that we call as a lumped parameters. But as to be, we here we consider as an equivalent distributed network with its terminal to ground capacitance and intersectional series capacitance. Okay, here we consider as an equivalent distributed network with its terminal to ground capacitance and also intersectional series capacitance. You can observe the figure here. You can observe there are number of capacitors are connected and also resistors. Okay, the total series resistance R1 is made of n resistors of value R1 dash and R is equal to n R1 dash. Cg is the terminal to ground capacitance of each of the resistor elements and Cs is the capacitance between the terminals of each section. Okay, Cs is the capacitance between the terminals of each section. You can observe the figure. This is the resistance potential divider with intersectional and ground capacitance. This is the output of the divider for a step input. Okay. The inductance of each element, that is L1 dash, is not shown in the figure. You can observe this is L1 dash is not shown in the figure, as it usually small compared to other elements. If L1 dash is small compared to other elements, that is R1 dash, Cs and Cg. This type of divider produces a non-linear voltage distribution. This type of divider, it will produce a non-linear voltage distribution along its length, and also it will act as an RC filter for applied voltages. The output of such a divider for various values of Cg by Cs ratio is shown in the figure 7.28 for a step input. Okay, by arranging guard wings at, you can observe why we use guard wings for uniform distribution, uniform voltage distribution. In transmission and distribution subject, we have learnt about the uniform distribution, that is guard wings. Why we use guard wings? Okay, for uniform distribution we use the guard wings. Okay, by using capacitance. Maybe there are other methods for uniform distribution, but in when you consider the voltage, when you consider voltage uniform distribution, where voltage uniform distribution, guard wings are used. Okay, guard wings at various elemental points, the equivalent circuit can be modified. In next page, that is where Ch represents the stray capacitance introduced between the high voltage lead and the guard elements. This will reduce the distortion introduced by the original divider. Okay, this is the diagram of that. Yeah. Same. Similarly, in transmission and distribution also we will do same guarding. Okay, there will be a pole and like this it will be. Okay, we will use the capacitance and it will connect like this. Okay, similarly same. Okay, in transmission and distribution subject we have learned about the guarding. Same thing they are using now in high voltage subject. The equivalent circuit of a resistance potential divider with a shield and guard wings. For uniform distribution only we use guard wings. Okay, capacitance voltage dividers. Next topic is capacitance voltage dividers. Capacitance voltage dividers are ideal for measurement of fast rising voltage and pulses. The capacitance ratio is independent of the frequency. Capacitance ratio is independent of frequency, and if any leakage resistance is high enough to be neglected. Okay, if any leakage resistance they will neglect. Okay, but usually the dividers are connected to the source voltage through long leads which will introduce the lead inductance and residual resistance. Okay, these are the errors. Okay, which will introduce the lead inductance and residual resistance. As a capacitance used for very high voltage work, it is not small in dimension and hence cannot be considered as a lumped element. Therefore, the output of the divider for higher frequency and impulses is distorted, as in the case of resistor divider. Okay, in capacitor is not small in dimension and it cannot be considered as a lumped element, so the output of the divider for higher frequency and impulses, it will be somewhat distorted, so as in the case of resistance dividers. Okay, next topic is pure capacitance dividers. A pure capacitance divider for high voltage measurement and its electrical equivalent network without stray elements. Okay, this is without stray elements. A is equal to V1 of t divided by V2 of t is equal to 1 plus C2 divided by C1, where C1 is formed between the high voltage terminal of the source, that is impulse generator, and that of the test object or any other point of measurement. C1 is formed between the high voltage terminal of the source and or it may be the test object or any other point of measurement. CRO is located within the shielded screen surrounding capacitance C2. C2 includes the capacitance used, the lead capacitance, input capacitance of the CRO, and other ground capacitance. C2 include lead capacitance, input capacitance of the CRO, and also ground capacitance. The advantages of this connection is that loading on the source is negligible. Loading on the source is negligible, but a small disturbance in the location of C2 or HV. Okay. The advantages of this connection is loading on the source is negligible, but a small disturbance in the location of C2 or HV. Electrode are the presence of any stray object nearby changes the capacitance C1, hence the divider ratio is affected. Electrode are the presence of any stray object. Okay, if any presence of any object nearby the capacitance C1, then it will affect for the divider ratio. Okay, it will affect and directly affect for the divider ratio. This is the diagram of that capacitance voltage divider for every high voltage and electrical equivalent circuit. Okay, C1 and it is a cable. Okay, and C2 it is connected for CRO. In many cases, a standard gear or compressed gas capacitor is used, which has coaxial cylinder construction. Accurate ratio that could be calculated up to 1000:1 have been achieved for a maximum impulse voltage of 350 kV and the upper frequency limit is about 10 megahertz. Okay, for accurate ratio calculated up to 1000:1 and it can be achieved for maximum impulse voltage of 350 kV and the upper frequency limit is 10 megahertz. For small or moderately high voltages, that is up to 100 kV, the capacitance dividers are built with an upper frequency limit of 200 megahertz. Another type of design frequently used is to make C1 to consist of a number of capacitors, that is C1 dash, in series for the given voltage V1. In such cases, the equivalent circuit is similar to that of a string insulator unit used in transmission lines. Okay, we have read about the types of insulators in transmission and distribution subject. String insulator. Okay, for each disk, say 11 kV. For each unit or each disk, there will be a sub voltage. Okay, so to increase the voltage level, they will increase the unit or they will increase the disk. Okay, Next, the voltage distribution along the capacitor chain is non-linear and hence causes distribution of the output wave. But the ratio here is constant and it is independent of frequency as compared to resistance dividers. Okay, which can be used if C1 less than C2 and CG less than C1. The voltage ratio is A is equal to V1 of t divided by V2 of t equals to 1 plus C2 divided by C1 into 1 plus Cg divided by 6 into C1. This ratio is constant and gives an error of less than 5% when C1 is equal to 3 times of Cg. This equivalent circuit is quite satisfactory up to 1 megahertz. Okay. Next, mixed RC potential divider. In this case, we use R and also C. Mixed RC potential divider. Use RC elements in series or in parallel. One method is to connect capacitance in parallel with each R1 dash element. This is successfully employed for voltage dividers of rating 2 megavolt and above. Okay. One method, they will connect the capacitance in parallel with each R1 dash, okay, with each resistance, that is, and it is successfully employed for voltage dividers of rating what 2 megavolt, okay, and it may be used for 2 above than greater than 2 megavolt. A better construction is to make an RC series element connection. A better construction is to make an RC series element connection. The equivalent circuit of such of a construction that is shown in the figure 7.34. This is the equivalent circuit of a series RC voltage divider and its step response. Okay. Such dividers are made up to 5 megavolt with response time less than 30 nanoseconds. The low voltage R, that is R2, is given L peaking by connecting a variable inductance L in series with R2. Okay, you can observe here. This is the R1 dash is equal to R1 divided by N. C1 dash is equal to N C1 open bracket 1 minus Cg divided by 6 C1. Cg is equal to ground capacitance, Ct is equal to total series capacitance, R1 is a total resistance. This is the condition R1 C1 is equal to R2 C2. Step response determined with a low voltage step pulse. The step response of the voltage divider and the schematic connection of low voltage arm shown in the figure 7.35. This is what L peaking in low voltage arm and step response of the divider with L peaking. Variable L, okay. However, for correctly designed voltage divider, L peaking will not be necessary. For correct design voltage divider, L peaking is not necessary. Okay, we cannot change. No need to change the value of L. In next class, I will explain about mixed RC potential divider for 2 megavolt rating and also above. Okay.